have big Revolveragz news and we have huge Rell Seas news. Rell Seas, the movie, the Rell Seas movie has confirmed to be releasing tomorrow, latest 6 p.m. EST. You guys do the time conversions yourself. I'm a little bit upset that it's not releasing today. I'm not gonna lie to you. Very upset it's not releasing today. However, we're getting it tomorrow. Be there, be squared. We will be live streaming my authentic reaction to everything. I genuinely cannot wait. So guys, mark your calendar. If you have to go to church, cancel it. I'm not joking. You got a trial meet, soccer, football, basketball. It doesn't matter. None of that's important anymore because the Rell Seas movie is coming tomorrow. Cancel all your plans. And since we're already talking about the Rell Seas movie, we may as well talk about things that could possibly be coming. Now, we do know it's confirmed the Rell Seas movie will showcase some ship/naval combat. I'm really interested in that. Maybe we're gonna see the ship that has been confirmed to be bigger than islands on Blox Fruits and GPO. How it's gonna be operated, how it's gonna work, cannons, combat, anchoring, fighting sea monsters, whatever the case may be. We're gonna get to see naval gameplay. Hopefully there's like some rough water areas, giant waves, things of that nature. We're gonna see this tomorrow. We're gonna see tomorrow. Ship naval combat is confirmed to be in the movie. However, there are a lot of things that are not confirmed we may want to see. Hopefully we do see more on combat. Now, we have already seen combat with teaser 1, teaser 2, so we don't necessarily need to see more of it. However, it would be nice to see what early game combat is gonna look like compared to middle and late game combat. That might just have to be something we see for ourselves. However, it would be nice to see the different variations on how noobs are gonna experience the game, and then after the first couple of weeks, how us noobs are gonna be like when we're experienced and better at the game. How obtaining fruits will work. Obtainment is important. Now, we do know fruits are going to be rare, as in we're probably not going to see any fruit users within the first week of release, except for me, because Rell Sin does owe me a Goro. Rell Sin, you owe me a fruit. Play the clear. Rell Sin, you still owe me a devil fruit? Contract. The contract is going to be fulfilled, boys. Yes. What the hell is going on? Why is that happening? Pick it up.
Unexpected item in.
No, you didn't! No, you didn't! Crafting. Crafting is a huge part of this game from what it looks like and what we've been told. And not just crafting stupid things. Crafting armors. Crafting weapons. Maybe we might have to craft high-leveled boats. Gathering the materials to craft these weapons. Obviously, certain weapons would need certain crafting materials. And crafting materials maybe locks behind rare bosses, really strong bosses, mythical bosses, world bosses, bosses that only spawn once a flipping week. You feel what I'm saying? Materials not only gonna be locked behind having to get it through a drop percentage chance, but having to actually beat the mob that you need to fight for the material. These mobs could be anything of the sort. So crafting tiers is going to be important. Now, once we craft these materials, can we upgrade our weapons? You feel what I'm saying? There's so much that goes into crafting. Not only just crafting the material, but upgrading it, being able to upgrade it however many times we can. And not only upgrading it, maybe some sort of enchant on it, etc. You know, maybe being able to, you know, upgrade it to upgrade different stats on the weapon. Maybe you could make the weapon more sharp or more blunt, and blunt and sharp have different hit effects on mobs and players. You know, things like this can be taken into consideration. The game is here. If they didn't think of that before, I don't know if it will be added now. Material gathering is gonna be huge. You know, maybe not even just for weapons, but for clothing, you need this certain type of material that only can be found in caves in this region at at night time. The cave is hard to even get into because it's guarded by marines or guarded by these disgusting looking goblins, etc. So to even get to the part of the cave we need to get to, you kind of have to go through and you have to wait for nighttime. Certain spawn requirements, it needs to be a specific time of day or a specific time in the real world. Maybe it only spawns at 6 p.m. every 2 days. You know, things like this, amazing. The Rell Seas movie might go into detail of that. How progression will work, we don't know how progression is gonna work. We do know it's not linear, but that's honestly about it. That's all we know. Boss mechanics, how bosses are gonna be, how we're gonna be fighting bosses. We do know from what we've seen already that certain bosses have different combo styles, attack patterns, etc. Are all bosses gonna just have attack patterns, or once you get it below a certain amount of health, does it switch up its attack pattern? Does it randomize? I know in some AAA games, bosses, when you get them low or when they're in their range mode, 3 to 4 different attack variations, attack pattern variations that they could go to. So even if I fought the boss for the first time, he had this a certain amount of attack pattern or this certain attack pattern, the next time I fight the boss, he may have a different one. And after I fight him again, he may have a different attack pattern. So, you know, is it just the bosses are going to have the same moves, or will the bosses, depending on the type of boss, have different play styles every time you engage it? It could be a mix between 3 or 4 different fighting styles depending on, you know what I'm saying? Bosses not being the same NPC boring stuff every time, depending on the boss, obviously. Races, we don't know how races are going to work, what races we're going to get. Obviously, it will be the standard mink, human, fisherman, but are we going to get more? Because there are more races in One Piece. Game passes, are they gonna tell us and showcase what game passes are gonna be in the game during release? This is something I'm genuinely interested in because I'm gonna want the game passes for Rell Seas. So sorry, I'm gonna want the game passes. So yeah, I'm kind of interested. What are we gonna be able to buy with Rell? What are we not gonna be able to buy without Rell? Now, obviously the devs did say the game isn't gonna be pay to win. So I'm assuming you're not going to be able to just buy fruits like you can in other games. Cough, cough. And how the tester application is going to work. Now, obviously, if you have the membership, you can apply for tester. But how are they going to pick the testers? Are they going to read through every single tester application? That is hundreds, thousands of applications. And the tester applications, they said tester applications releasing earliest 1 p.m. EST and latest 6 p.m. So tester application is going to be tomorrow between 1 to 6 p.m. EST. We do know they said it's dropping after the movie, so the movie is going to come out from 1 to 6 p.m. EST. So again, do the time conversions. That's honestly it for testing, because we already know what testing is going to entail through the screenshot I'm showing on the screen. Moving on to Revolveragz. Now we do have